Sairam. Hara Hara Shankara, Jaya Jaya Shankara. Episode 64. Shri Mahaswami, the Sage with Eyes of Light, the Diary of a Seeker of Truth, Dr.Serge Demetrian. Dear devotees, now we shall listen to the second part, fourth section of this divine book under the subtitle At the Shivasthana Ashram. Kanchipuram, Thursday, 24th February 1972. The brilliant grey cloud. This afternoon, I arrived at Shivasthana by 6 pm. As I was nearing, even before the river, an almost palpable presence grew by itself in front of me. I was half absorbed by a brilliant grey cloud that glided in front of me and led me to the ashram. Sri Mahaswami was sitting in the southern narrow yard behind the well. He was in a good mood, as he was in Mauna. He spoke exclusively by whispers and gestures with some 15 persons at the same time, which is not rare for him. The moment I arrived, he had wide open eyes and with an open hand he was blessing the audience with some sort of joy. The color of his face was nearly grey, which in my experience is rare. I recalled seeing the brilliant grey cloud that welcomed me a few minutes earlier on the road. He started his evening ablutions straight away and turned towards the east, perhaps to be better seen by me from where I stood. In the half light, his eyes had the same brightness as that of the great goddess. After some time, he stood up and entered his room. The entire flock of visitors who closely pressed in on me ran to the western window door, hoping to see him there. I remained alone at the south at the opening of the well. Swamiji immediately came out from his room, entered the narrow yard, and came up to me to within 1 meter. Then he went back in his room, but returned once again to pick up his kamandalu, which he had left on the rim of the well. He finally came out for the third time to the southern yard and contemplated the moon by looking at it between two fingers, Galini Mudra, and then only with open eyes. In all that time, I had not moved from the well. The moon will be full in 4 days. The sky was clear. Sri Mahaswami scrutinized the moon for about 4 minutes. I too contemplated it, first with a single eye and then with two, by using a little hole of the mat, as it was a better way to concentrate than just with free open eyes. I had the feeling that Swamiji utilized the moon as a mirror in order to bless me from above. I clearly felt a thin silvery rain striking my head and entering inside me through innumerable invisible pores. The moon was very beautiful. Although the sun had set, darkness was not yet total and there was an old silver hue on the dark blue and grey backdrop of the firmament. The Parrot Vahana. In the evening, towards 8:45 p.m., the Queen was taken on the principal ring road, Raja Street, which goes round her own home, the central temple, around which spreads the town. She had a parrot as a mount, and she was carried on a palanquin entirely covered with flowers. When the heavy structure is hoisted onto the shoulders of the bearers, some 50 muscular lads spread out along the four long and four smaller beams. These strong youths encourage each other, beat the rhythm with their stride, and start to or stop at signals given by loud cries. If one of the porters wants to change shoulder, the entire platform keeps its balance like a boat on a rough sea. The two, sometimes four priests who stand on the large platform hold two immense festive parasols on the side of the goddess and must retain their balance as not to become queasy. The Utsava Murti of Adi Shankara was also there on a smaller, separate palanquin. He preceded the goddess with his face turned towards her as per the tradition, for he always adores the Mother of the Universe. There was the sharp, loud noise of crackers. Some 100 meters from the mutt, the bearers imitated the gait of the parrot, accompanied by the very animated music of flutes, that is Nadaswaram, and the piercing sound of drums. Kanchipuram, Friday, 25th February 1972. Dynamic darshan at Shivasthana. The mind and the body painfully follow the interior development with the result of a headache now and then, ideas of opposition and of revolt, and this even in Shivasthana. Nevertheless, Sri Mahaswami is unruffled. He took hold of me for a few minutes, then sent me for one or two rounds, and then grasped me once again or pushed some visitors in between as per the necessities of the lesson that was being given to me. He stared at me in different ways, with a single dull eye, with two glass eyes, with both eyes black as the mouths of twin tunnels, with both eyes full of brilliant lightning, with the left one from where shot a lightning as fine as a needle, and with a single eye changed into a little bulb of clear light. During this extended practical lesson, I saw him standing, sitting, or three quarters lying down so as to direct his eyes on me. Once all the visitors had left, I meditated for 15 minutes in front of the window door on the western side. I did not see him as he had covered the door with a rug, but I felt that he was just behind this makeshift curtain. In order to encourage me, he used conventional noises. Usually, he paced like a cat when he moved in the narrow yard or through his room. This time, he struck the walls or rubbed the window door with his hand or with his danda without any apparent reason. I received these signs with gratitude and I efficaciously meditated. The headaches vanished and the mental doubts perished. I saw finally in front of me Sri Mahaswami made out of an ethereal matter. Then he completely became me. He grasped with his hand the Shivalinga of my chest. He attentively cleaned it, changed it into a brilliant Chandramaulishvara and placed it back. By 8 p.m., pacified, I could leave Shivasthana. Devotees, we shall continue to listen to at the Shivasthana ashram in the coming episode, bowing at the holy feet of the Gurus. Aum Sairam, Hara Hara Shankara, Jaya Jaya Shankara.